Hello, dear future doctors. Welcome to MemoNeat. I am Jay Thakkar. I am currently a third year MBBS student at Sri MP Shah Government Medical College, Jamnagar, Gujarat, and I am working as a biology SME here at MemoNeat. Today, we are going to solve the Brahmastra Part Test-7 biology section, and we will be seeing the questions from question number 101 to question 150. So, let us begin without any delay. So, we will be starting with question number 101. So let us read the question first. The question 101 states that the collagen fibers are secreted by A and these fibers are oriented differently in B, connective tissue. Okay, so this is a statement given over here that it states that collagen fibers are secreted by something called A and these fibers are oriented differently in B, connective tissue. So we have to choose the option which identifies A and B correctly. So first of all, let us identify A. So it states that collagen fibers are secreted by A. So what secretes the collagen fiber? So yes, the A cell which secretes collagen fiber are the fibroblasts. Okay, so fibroblasts secrete collagen fibers. So A will be fibroblast. Then it is asking that these fibers are arranged differently in B, connective tissue. So if the fibers are arranged differently means what, that they are arranged irregularly, okay, not in a regular pattern. So they are arranged differently in which type of connective tissue? They are arranged irregularly in the dense irregular connective tissue. So collagen fibers are arranged differently or oriented differently in dense irregular connective tissue. Okay, so here what will be the correct answer? So A we identified as fibroblast and B we identified it as dense irregular. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. Now moving on to the next question, that is question number 102. So question number 102 states that how many of the given features in the box below are present in the smooth muscle fibers. Okay, so the question is about smooth muscle fibers, and in the brackets there are a few features given and we have to identify how many of them belong to the smooth muscle fibers. So let us see all the features one by one. First of all, it is given fusiform appearance. Now as we have seen the structure of smooth muscle fiber, it is like this, right? It is fusiform in structure. So this is the smooth muscle fiber and this is the nucleus in it. So this is the structure of smooth muscle fiber and it does have fusiform appearance. Okay, its shape is fusiform. So this will be the correct one. Then it is uninucleated. So what is the meaning of uninucleated? There is one nucleus present in every smooth muscle fiber. So yes, as we can see here, this is the nucleus. Okay, and it is single nucleus in one cell. So the smooth muscle fibers are also uninucleated. Okay, so this will be also correct. The third is multinucleated. So no, smooth muscle fibers are not multinucleated. Then fourth is branched appearance. So smooth muscle fibers also don't have branched appearance. And presence of striations. Now striations are absent in smooth muscle fibers, but they are present in skeletal muscles and the cardiac muscles. Okay, so it will not be true for smooth muscle fibers. So among the 5 properties, how many are true for smooth muscle fibers? Yes, there are the 2 properties, that is fusiform appearance and uninucleated. So the correct answer of this question is option 2. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 103. So question 103 is a match the following type of question, and in the column 1 there are the types of epithelial tissue given and in column 2 their location is given. So we have to match the type with their correct location. Okay, so let us start one by one. The first is cuboidal epithelium. Now see, cuboidal epithelium is found in the ducts of glands. Okay, so the ducts of glands contain cuboidal epithelium. So A goes with 4. Okay, so A goes with 4. Then B is ciliated epithelium. So the ciliated epithelium is found at which place? The ciliated epithelium is found in the inner lining of the fallopian tube. Okay, so the inner lining of fallopian tube has ciliated epithelium which helps in the movement of ova. Yeah, so B goes with 3. Next is C, that is columnar epithelium. So columnar epithelium is found in the lining of stomach and the intestine. Okay, so C goes with 2. and D is the squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium is found in the wall of blood vessels. And what is this type of squamous epithelium which is found in wall of blood vessels called? It is called as the endothelium. Okay, so D goes with 1. Now, which is the correct option showing the correct matching? It is option 3. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. Now, the next question is question number 104. In question 104, we have to identify which of the following statements is incorrect. Okay, so among the following 4 statements, we have to identify which of them is incorrect statement. Now, let us see the statements one by one. The first statement is in unicellular organisms. Okay, so the question is about unicellular organism, and it states that in unicellular organisms, all the functions like digestion, respiration, and reproduction are performed by many cells. Now, see, unicellular organisms have how many cells? They have one cell. Okay, that's why they are called unicellular. But in the statement it is given what their functions are performed by many cells. So this statement is absolutely incorrect. Why? Because in a unicellular organism, the feature of unicellular organism is that all the functions like digestion, respiration, and reproduction, they are performed by just a single cell. Okay, not many cells. So the incorrect statement among these 4 statements is option 1. So the correct answer is option 1. Let us see the other 3 statements also. In option 2, it is given in Hydra, the number of cells in each type can be in thousands. So yes, this statement is correct. Then the third statement is the human body is composed of billions of cells. So yes, this statement is also correct. The fourth statement is tissue is a group of similar cells along with intercellular substances to perform a specific function. So yes, this is the definition of tissue, and you should remember this. Okay, because when a group of similar cells combine and they perform a similar specific function, that is called as a tissue. So yes, this statement is also correct. So the correct answer of this question is option 1. Now moving on to the next question, that is question number 105. Okay, so it states that the movement of mucus in a specific direction over the epithelium is the function of which type of epithelium. Okay, so the question is about movement of mucus in a specific direction. Okay, so where do we have to move the mucus? Now see, if you have seen the structure of the respiratory tract, okay, if this is the respiratory tract, the cilia, the ciliated epithelium is present like this. Okay, I have not drawn the cells over here, I am just representing the cilia over here to know to get you the to understand the structure of the respiratory system. Okay, so if we see, the cilia are present like this. Okay, and these cilia move the mucus in the upward direction. Okay, from the below, the mucus is moved towards the upward direction. So this is the direction of movement of mucus, and this mucus carries all the dust particles trapped, and it is expelled outwards. So the movement of mucus is in a specific direction, and it is seen in the respiratory tract. Okay, it is seen in respiratory tract. And what is the type of epithelium present in the respiratory tract? It is the pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. So this epithelium is ciliated, and the movement of mucus is the function of cilia. So the correct answer of this question is ciliated epithelium, that is option 3. Now moving on to the next question, that is question number 106. So it states that the adjacent cell communicate with each other by which junction? So see, the adjacent cells communicate with each other by a type of junction called as gap junction. Okay, so can you see this gap? So that's why this junction is called as gap junction. Okay, so what happens in gap junction is that if these are the two cells, they communicate with each other with the help of a protein called as connexin. Okay, so this is a transport channel which is called as connexon, and this helps in the transfer of ions, okay, in between two cells. So this is how the adjacent cell communicate, by the help of gap junction. So the correct answer of this question is option 2. Now moving on to the next question, that is question number 107. Question 107 states that which of the following is not an animal tissue. Okay, so here a very important word is given, that is not. If you miss this word, then you will get entire question wrong and you will lose the marks. So it is very important to read the question properly. Okay, so after reading the word not, what do you understand from the question? So the question is asking that all the three types of tissue among the four options are animal tissue, but which of the following is not an animal tissue? So first, epithelial, so it is an animal tissue. Okay, so that will be incorrect. Then next is the connective tissue, so that is also an epithelial tissue. Okay, sorry, or that is also an animal tissue. Okay, that is also incorrect. Third is the meristematic tissue. Now see, meristematic tissue is a plant tissue. Okay, meristematic tissue is plant tissue, so that is not an animal tissue. Okay, and we have to identify which is not an animal tissue. So the correct answer of this question is option 3, that is meristematic tissue, which is a plant tissue. Then fourth is neural tissue, so that is also an animal tissue. So the correct answer will be option 3. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 108. This question states that which of the following is incorrect match. Okay, so among the following four options, we have to find out which of the following is matched incorrectly. Okay, so first is squamous epithelium. The location of squamous epithelium is given air sac of lungs. So is this correct? Yes, this is absolutely correct. Why? Because in what is the air sac of lung? That is the alveoli. Okay, and the alveoli are lined by the squamous epithelium. Okay, so this is the arrangement of the squamous epithelium, and these cells are called as pneumocytes. Okay, there are two types of pneumocyte, pneumocyte 1 and pneumocyte 2, but the alveoli are lined by the squamous epithelium, so this statement is correct. The second matching is cuboidal epithelium line the ducts of glands. So yes, this is also correct. Okay, the ducts of the glands are lined by the cuboidal epithelium. Third is ciliated epithelium is found in the bronchioles. So as we discussed above, the respiratory tract, which consists of bronchus and bronchioles, so that contains the ciliated epithelium, and the function of cilia over there is to move the mucus in the upward direction. Okay, so this statement is also correct. The fourth option is columnar epithelium found in blood vessels. Now see, we have also discussed about that the blood vessels contain what type of epithelium? They contain the endothelium. Okay, the blood vessels contain the endothelium, and this endothelium is which type of epithelium? It is the squamous epithelium. Okay, it is not a columnar epithelium. So blood vessels do not contain columnar epithelium, so the incorrect matching is option 4. So the correct answer of this question is option 4. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 109. Question 109, it states that in which epithelial cells the nucleus is located at the base. Okay, now see, it is asking that the nucleus is located at the base of the cell in which type of epithelium. Now see, if you have seen the structure of the columnar epithelial cells, okay, so if this is the columnar epithelium, okay, so these are the columnar cells, and in them the nucleus is located at the base. Okay, it is not located at the center or not at the top, it is located at the base. So this is a characteristic feature of the columnar epithelium. So the correct answer of this question is option 1, that is columnar epithelium. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 110. It states that the main function of compound epithelium is, okay, now see, as we know, there are two types of epithelium, simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium means a single layer of cells, and compound epithelium means multi-layered epithelium. So what is the main function of compound epithelium? It provides protection against the mechanical and chemical stresses. Okay, so that is the function of the compound epithelium, that it protects the body. Okay, so its function is protection. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option 1. Let us see the other two options also, that it has unlimited role in secretion and absorption. So no, it has very limited role in secretion and absorption. Okay, so it is not mainly involved in secretion or absorption. Okay, so that is incorrect. The third is it moves the particles or mucus in specific direction. So this is the function of which type of epithelium? It is a function of ciliated epithelium. Yes, it is not the function of compound epithelium. So this is also incorrect. So the correct answer of this question is option 1. Now moving on to the next question, that is question number 111. It states that which one is the product of ductless gland. Now what are the ductless gland called? These are called as the endocrine glands. Yes. So the ductless glands are called as the endocrine glands. The glands which have the ducts are called as the exocrine glands. Now see, the endocrine glands secrete what? They secretes hormones. So what is the product of the ductless gland? It will be hormone, that is option 4. The correct answer to this question is option 4. The next question is question number 112. Okay. The question 112 states that which statement is correct. Okay. So we have to identify which among the 4 statements is correct one. So let us read the statements one by one. The first statement is squamous epithelium are found in the fallopian tube. So is this correct? No, this statement is incorrect. Why? Because in fallopian tube, what type of epithelium is found? In the fallopian tube, the ciliated columnar epithelium is found. Okay, so in the fallopian tube the ciliated columnar epithelium is found and not the squamous epithelium. Therefore this statement is incorrect. The second statement is two types of cell junctions are found in the epithelium and the other tissues. Now how many types of cell junctions are there? There are 3 types of cell junctions. Can you name those 3? First are the gap junctions, then the tight junctions, and the ethering junctions. Okay, so in the statement it is given 2 types of cell junctions, but in actual there are 3 types of cell junctions. So this statement is also incorrect. The third statement is the neural tissue exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to changing conditions. Okay, so is this correct? So yes, this statement is absolutely correct. Okay, it is the function of the neural tissue which exerts the control over the body's responsiveness. Okay, so how our body responds to changing conditions, that is controlled by our neural system. Okay, so the neural tissue exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to the changing conditions is a correct statement. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. The fourth statement is the simple squamous epithelium is made of more than one layer of cells. Now, as we discussed before that the simple epithelium contains a single layer of cells and the compound epithelium or the stratified epithelium contains multiple layers of cells. So, in the question it is given simple squamous epithelium. So, this is the simple epithelium. So, would it contain more than one layer of cells? No, it will contain only one layer of cells. So this statement is also incorrect. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 113. It states that which is a correct statement. So among the following statements we have to identify which of them is correct. Okay, so the first statement is here, the first statement is the tight junctions are well developed in cartilage cells. So does the cartilage cell contain tight junction? No, the tight junctions are well developed in the epithelial cells. Okay, so this statement is incorrect. Statement A is incorrect. The second statement is neuroglia are the unit of the nervous system. Now see, what are neuroglia? First of all, the neuroglia are the supportive cells. Okay, their function is to provide nutrition and to support the neurons in the nervous system. And the unit of the nervous system is the neuron. Okay, the structural and functional unit of the nervous system is the neuron. So this statement is also incorrect. The third statement is gap junctions provide no exchange. So the function of gap junctions is exchange of ions and materials. Okay, so the function of gap junction is exchange, but in the statement it is given they provide no exchange, so that is incorrect. Okay, the third statement is also incorrect. The fourth statement is ligament is a dense regular connective tissue. So yes, this statement is absolutely correct. Okay, why? Because see, ligament is a type of dense regular connective tissue. Okay, in the ligaments the collagen fibers are arranged in a regular pattern. Okay, so therefore it is called as dense regular connective tissue, and this statement is correct. So as we saw, among the 4 statements only the statement D is correct. Okay, so the correct answer of this question will be option 4. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 114. The question 114 states that which connective tissue is characterized by solid and pliable intercellular material. Okay, so The connective tissue which has solid and pliable intercellular material is the cartilage. Okay, so you need to remember this, that the intercellular material or the matrix of cartilage is, it is solid in nature and it is pliable and it also resists compression. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option 1, cartilage. The next question is question number 115, and it is a match the following type of question. So we have to match the characteristic of these particular tissues. So let us start one by one. The first is outer ear. Now see, outer ear is the ear pinna and it is made up of cartilage. Okay, so A goes with 3. The next is blood formation. Now blood formation is the function of what? Blood formation is the function of bone marrow. So bone marrow is responsible for blood formation, so B goes with 4. Next is biceps. So what is biceps? Biceps, first of all, biceps is a skeletal muscle. Okay, biceps is a skeletal muscle. And what is the nature of skeletal muscle? The skeletal muscle are voluntary in nature. Okay, they are under our control. So biceps is also voluntary in nature, so C goes with 2. Then D is the cardiac muscle. Now cardiac muscle are what type of muscle? Okay, so let us see it here only. Cardiac muscle, the cardiac muscles are involuntary in nature. Okay, so D goes with 1. Alright, so which is the correct option stating the correct matching? It is option 1. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option 1. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 116. It states that the communication of junction, okay, the communication junction of the cardiac muscles are termed as what? Okay, so this question is about cardiac muscles, and the communications which are present between the two cells of cardiac muscles are called as the intercalated disc. Okay, so what happens is, the two cells of the cardiac muscle, the cell membrane which is found in between them, they fuse with each other and they form the intercalated disc. This intercalated disc also allows the cardiac muscle to contract as a unit. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option 3. The next question is question number 117, and it states that which type of cells get specialized for secretion and are called as glandular epithelium. So the cells which get specialized for secretion, they can be some columnar cells or some cuboidal cells also specialize into secretion and they are called as glandular epithelium. Okay, so the correct answer of this question will be option 4, that is both 2 and 3. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 118. The question 118 states that which of the following is not a specialized connective tissue. Okay, so among the following options, all the 4 are the examples of specialized connective tissue except one, and we have to identify which of them is not a specialized connective tissue. Now see, the tendon, okay, tendon is not a specialized connective tissue, it is a dense, okay, the tendon is a dense regular connective tissue. Okay, it is not a specialized connective tissue. Okay, and the cartilage, bone and blood, these 3 are the examples of specialized connective tissue. Okay, cartilage, bone and blood are the examples of specialized connective tissue. Therefore the correct answer of this question will be option 1, that is tendon. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 119. It states that the dense connective tissues are divided into 2 types on the basis of what? Now see, the dense connective tissues are of 2 types. What are the 2 types? The dense regular connective tissue and the dense irregular connective tissue. Okay, in the dense regular connective tissue, what happens is the orientation of the collagen fibers is in a regular pattern. Okay, they are oriented regularly. But in dense irregular connective tissue, the orientation of the collagen fibers is in a irregular pattern. So How did we divide these connective tissues into regular and irregular? On the basis of the how the collagen fibers are oriented in each of the tissue. So the correct answer of this question will be orientation of the fiber, right? Okay, so that is option 2. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 120. So this question states that the goblet cells of the alimentary canal are an example of which type of cells? Okay, so first of all we should know that the goblet cells are the unicellular glands, okay, which are found in the alimentary canal, and so these are the glandular cells, okay. So the goblet cells are the glandular cells, okay. So the correct answer of this question is option 1. The next question is question number 121, and it states that the cilia are found in which epithelium? So see, the cilia can be found in the columnar cells also and the cuboidal cells also, okay. So the cilia can be found in the columnar epithelium and the cuboidal epithelium. So the correct answer of this question will be option 4, okay. That is 1 and 3 both. The next question is question number 122. It states that which of the following tissue is full of reserved fat? Okay. Now see, the reserved fat is maximum found in the adipose tissue. Okay. The adipose tissue is also called as the fat tissue. Okay. So the adipose tissue is full of reserved fat. Therefore, the correct answer of this question is option 2. The next question is question number 123, and it is a match the following type of question. So let us see one by one. The option A is tight junctions. Now see, the tight junctions, the characteristic of tight junction is that they establish a barrier to prevent the leakage of fluid, okay. So the function of tight junction is that they prevent the leakage of fluid. So A goes with 3. The next is option B, that is adhering junctions. Now see, the adhering junction, what do? They cement the neighboring cells together to form a sheet, okay. So for the function of adhering junction is cementing the neighboring cells, okay. So B goes with 1. Next is option C, that is the gap junctions. Now see, the gap junctions have the cytoplasmic channels which facilitate the communication between adjacent cells. So the function of gap junction is to provide a communication between the adjacent cells, and they contain some cytoplasmic channels which are called as connexons, okay. So C goes with 4. And option D is synaptic junctions. The synaptic junctions, their function is to transmit the information through the chemical and to the other cells. Now see, what is the chemical called in this in the synaptic junctions? It is the neurotransmitter. Okay, so the neurotransmitter is responsible for the transmission of information through the chemical junctions or through the synaptic junctions. Okay, so that is the neurotransmitter. Can you tell me one example of neurotransmitter? Yes, that is acetylcholine. Okay, so D goes with 2. Now which is the correct option showing the correct matching? It is the option 3. Okay, so the correct answer is option 3. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 124, and it states that which type of tissue is correctly matched with its location. Okay, now see, here the tissue is given and here the location of the tissues are given. So which is the correct matching between both? Let us see them one by one. First option is transitional epithelium is found in the tip of nose. Is this correct? No, this is incorrect. Why? Because in the tip of nose the type of tissue is cartilage. Okay, it is not transitional epithelium. So first is incorrect. The second option is cuboidal epithelium is found in the lining of stomach. So that is also incorrect because the stomach is lined by columnar epithelium. Okay, the stomach is lined by columnar epithelium. Therefore option 2 is also incorrect. The third option is the smooth muscle is found in the wall of intestine. So yes, this is absolutely correct. Okay, the wall of intestine is lined by the smooth muscle, which is involuntary in nature. Okay, so the correct matching is found in option 3. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. The next option is areolar tissue is found in tendons, so that is also incorrect, okay, because the tendons are the dense regular connective tissue, so this is also incorrect. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 125. It states that the function of gap junction is to dash. Okay, so what is the function of gap junction? The gap junction facilitates the communication between the adjoining cells by connecting the cytoplasm for the rapid transfer of ions, small molecules and some large molecules. Okay, so this is the function of the gap junctions. That is, the correct answer is option 4. Okay, moving on to the next question, that is question number 126. The question 126 states that which of the following is the correct pairing of the body part and the kind of muscle tissue that moves it. Okay, so we have to match the body part with the type of muscle found in it. So let us see one by one. In the option 1, it is given the biceps of the upper arm contain the smooth muscle fibers. So is this true? No, this is incorrect. Why? Because the biceps contains the skeletal muscles. Okay, so this the first option is incorrect. The next option is the abdominal wall contains skeletal muscle. So is this correct? No, this is incorrect because the abdominal wall, the wall of the intestine, is lined by the smooth muscles. Okay, so that is incorrect. The third is iris contains the involuntary smooth muscles. So yes, this is correct. Okay, the smooth muscle of iris move involuntarily, okay, with response to light. So this is correct. Okay, so the correct matching is found in option 3. The fourth option is heart wall has involuntary unstriated muscle. Now see, the heart wall contains cardiac muscle, right, and these muscles are involuntary, that is correct, but these are striated muscles. Okay, these are not unstriated, therefore this fourth option is also incorrect. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. The next question is question number 127. It states that the trapped dust particles are pushed out of the respiratory tract by which type of epithelium? Now see, the respiratory tract contains the ciliated epithelium. Okay, so it contains the cilia which are lined like this. Okay, and these cilia help in the movement of the mucus which contains the trapped dust particles. So that mucus is moved by the ciliated epithelium found in the respiratory tract. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. The next question is question number 128. It states that the cells of connective tissue which produce histamine are, okay, so histamine is produced by which type of cells? It is produced by the mast cells. Okay, the function of mast cell is to produce histamine. The next question is question number 129. It states that the protein which occurs in the matrix of the bone is which type of protein? Now see, the bone contains the ossein protein. Okay, so ossein protein is found in the matrix of the bone. So the correct answer of this question is option 1. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 130. It states that which of the following cells in areolar tissue are phagocytic? Now, which cells are phagocytic? So, you might have heard about the macrophages. The macrophages are phagocytic in nature, and also the modified macrophages are called as histiocytes. Okay, so we can also call the macrophages as histiocytes. So, the phagocytic cells will be 2 among these options. The histiocytes are also phagocytic and the macrophages are also phagocytic. So the correct answer is option 4. The next question is question number 131. It states that the nerve cells do not possess what? Okay, now see, if you have seen the structure of the neuron, it is something like this. Okay, I am drawing a rough diagram of the neuron over here. So this is the rough diagram of neuron, and as you can see over here that this is the cell body, then this is called as the axon. Okay, this is the axon. These are the dendrites. Okay, this is the cell body or the cyton, this is the axon, and these are the nerve endings. So what is not found in the neuron? The adhering junctions are not found in the neuron. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option 4. Next question is question number 132. It states that the neuroglia what do they do? Okay, what is the function of neuroglia? So let us read the options. They protect the neurons. So yes, neuroglia are the supportive tissue which protect the neurons, so that is correct. Then they support the neurons, so that is also correct. Third is they make up more than one half of the volume of the neural tissue. Now see, the structural and functional unit of the nervous system is what? It is the neuron, okay? And the supportive tissue of the neuron are the neuroglia. But the fact is that the neuroglia make up more than one half of the volume of the neural tissue, okay? Means neuroglia are found maximum and some part is made up of neurons. So this is the fact which you need to remember, and that is a correct statement. So the correct answer of this question is option 4, that is all of the above. Okay, moving on to the next question, that is question number 133. So it states that which statement is incorrect. Okay, so among the following options we have to identify the incorrect statement. So let us see all the statements. The first option is the mouth part of cockroach are sucking type. So is this correct? No, this statement is incorrect because the mouth part of cockroach is of what type? It is biting and chewing types. Okay, so that is the mouth part of cockroach. It is not of sucking type. So the first statement is incorrect. Therefore, the correct answer of this question is option 1. Let us check the other 3 statements also. The second statement is cuboidal epithelium found in the ducts of glands. So yes, it is correct. Cuboidal epithelium is found in the ducts of glands. The third statement is the proximal convoluted tubule or PCT. In that, the cuboidal epithelium is found. So yes, that is also correct. The fourth statement is the epithelium of the proximal convoluted tubule has microvilli. Now see, this statement is also correct, okay, because the PCT contains the brush bordered cuboidal epithelium, okay. And what is the meaning of brush border? That is, microvilli are present on the cells which increase the surface area of absorption. So all the 3 statements are correct except the first one, which is incorrect. So therefore the correct answer of this question is option 1. The next question is question number 134. So this question states that the least regenerative power is found in which tissue? Now see, what is the meaning of regeneration? Means to grow another one, okay. So means the least generative power, okay, means if the tissue is damaged, it cannot recover itself. So the least regenerative power is found in which tissue? It is found in the neural tissue, okay. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. The next question is the chemical nature of matrix of the connective tissue is of which type? Now see, the matrix of connective tissue is formed of modified polysaccharides, okay. So the correct answer of this question is option 2. The next question is question number 136. It is a match the following type of question, and in this the different types of epithelium are given and we have to match with their locations, okay. So let us see one by one. The option A is compound epithelium. Now see, the compound epithelium is found where? It is found in the skin, okay. So the correct answer, so A goes with 4. Then B is exocrine gland. Now see, what are the exocrine glands? The glands which pour their secretion into their ducts, that are the exocrine gland. So the exocrine gland will be with duct. So B goes with 3. Then C is the endocrine gland. Now the endocrine gland are the glands which pour their secretion directly into the blood, so they do not contain the duct. So endocrine gland will be without duct. C goes with 2. Then D is the dense regular tissue. So an example of dense regular connective tissue is tendon. So D goes with 1. So the correct answer of this question is option 1. Okay. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 137. It states that which of the following is correct for the smooth muscle fiber? Okay, so let us see the statements one by one. The first option is the smooth muscle fiber taper at both ends. Yes, so this, see, as we have seen the structure of the smooth muscle fiber, it is something like this. It is fusiform in shape and it is tapering at the both ends, okay. As you can see, at both ends it is taper. So the first statement is correct, okay, it tapers at both ends. The second statement is the smooth muscle fiber taper only at one end. So no, they taper at both ends, so this statement is incorrect. The third statement is the smooth muscle fiber do not show striations. So yes, this statement is also correct. Okay, the striations are not present in the smooth muscle fibers. Okay, so as we saw, statement 1 is correct and statement 3 is correct. So the correct answer of this question is option 4, that is both 1 and 3. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 138. It states that which is a correct statement. Okay, so among the following 4 statements we have to find which of them are correct. The first is ligament is a dense irregular connective tissue. No, this statement is incorrect because ligament is a dense regular connective tissue. Then statement B is tendons is a dense irregular connective tissue. So that is also incorrect because tendons are dense regular connective tissue. Then statement C is tendons is a dense regular connective tissue. So yes, that is correct. And statement D is ligament is a dense regular connective tissue. That is also correct. So statement C and D are correct. Therefore, the correct answer of this question is option 3, that is only C and D. The next question is question 139 and it states that which statement is correct. So we have to find which among the following 4 options is correct. Let us see them one by one. The first is the tissues are broadly classified into the epithelial, connective, muscular and neural. So is this correct? Yes, the tissues are broadly classified into 4 categories. You need to remember them: the epithelial tissue, the connective tissue, the muscular tissue and the neural tissue. Okay, moving on to the next statement, that is epithelial tissue has a free surface. So yes, this is also correct. Okay, the epithelial tissue contains a free surface. So then the third statement is the epithelial tissue cells are compactly packed with more intercellular matrix. So is this correct? No. In the epithelial tissue, very less intercellular matrix is found. So this statement is incorrect. So among the following 4 options, the first statement and the second statement are correct. Therefore, the correct answer is option 4. The next question is question 140. It states that which statement is incorrect. Okay, so among the following 4 statements, we have to find the incorrect one. So let us see the statements one by one. The first statement is the ciliated epithelium is not found in fallopian tube. So is this correct? No, this is incorrect. Why? Because in the fallopian tube, the ciliated columnar epithelium is found. So this statement is incorrect. The second statement is squamous epithelium is made of single layer of cells. Now see, this statement is also incorrect. Why? Because see, so the squamous epithelium can be divided into 2 types. It might be simple squamous epithelium or it might be stratified squamous epithelium. The simple squamous epithelium will contain a single layer of cells, but the stratified squamous epithelium will be multi-layered. Okay, so this is also incorrect. The third statement is in the proximal convoluted tubule, squamous epithelium is found. So this is also incorrect. Why? Because in the proximal convoluted tubule, the brush bordered cuboidal epithelium is found. Okay, it is not of squamous type, so that is also incorrect. So all the above 4 statements are incorrect. So the correct answer is option 4. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 141. It states that which of the following is a specialized connective tissue. Okay, so is cartilage specialized connective tissue? Yes, that is a specialized connective tissue. Next options are bone and blood. So cartilage, bone and blood, all of the above are specialized connective tissue. Therefore, the correct answer of this question is option 4. The next question is question number 142. And it states that the bone cells are present in the spaces and these spaces are called as what? So if you have seen the structure of bone, it is like this. Okay, there are concentric rings which are formed. Okay, and as you can see, in between these rings there are these spaces. Okay, can you see these spaces? Yes, so these spaces which are found in between the rings are called as the lacunae. Okay, and the osteocytes or the bone cells are found in the lacunae. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option 2. The next question is question number 143. It states that the most abundant and widely distributed tissue in the body of complex animals is which type? So it is the connective tissue, which is the most abundant tissue in the complex animals. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option 1. Next question is question number 144. It states that select the correct statement from the following. Okay, so we have to identify which among the following four statements is correct. Let us see them one by one. The first statement is a group of similar cells along with intercellular substances which perform a specific function is called as tissue. So you need to remember this is the definition of tissue. And what is a tissue? It is a group of similar type of cells along with the intercellular substances, and they perform a specific function together, so that is called as a tissue. So this statement is correct. So the correct answer of this question is option 1. Let us see the other three statements also. The second is a group of dissimilar cells along with intercellular substances perform a specific function is called tissue. No, this is incorrect. Why? Because here this is dissimilar cells, okay, but in a tissue there are similar cells. So second statement is incorrect. The third statement is tissues are broadly classified into three types: epithelial, connective, and muscular. So that is also incorrect. Why? Because tissues are classified into four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and neural tissue. So this is incorrect. The fourth statement is unicellular organism. All functions like digestion, respiration, and reproduction are performed by multiple cells. So no, in the unicellular organism only a single cell performs the digestion, respiration, and reproduction. Okay, so this is also incorrect. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 145. So it states that identify A, B, C, and D. Okay, so first of all, let us see what is A. So A is what? A is the squamous epithelium. Okay, as you can see here, there is a single layer of cells and these are the flat cells, so it is squamous epithelium. Then B is what? So in the B you can see the cuboidal cells with centrally placed nucleus. So B is the cuboidal epithelium. Okay, then what is C? So in the C you can see the tall columnar cells. Okay, so C are the columnar cells. And in D, these are the columnar cells which bear cilia. Okay, so it is the ciliated columnar epithelium. Okay, so it is ciliated columnar epithelium. So which is the correct option showing the correct labeling? It is option 4. Okay, so the correct answer is option 4. The next question is question number 146. It is a match the following type of question, and in this there are different epithelium given and we have to match them with their correct location. So let us see them one by one. The option A is squamous epithelium. Now the squamous epithelium is found in the blood vessels and it is known as what? It is known as endothelium. Okay, so A goes with 4. Then B is columnar epithelium. The columnar epithelium is found in the bronchioles and it is a ciliated columnar epithelium. Okay, so B goes with 1. Then option C is cuboidal epithelium. The cuboidal epithelium is found in the proximal convoluted tubule or the PCT and it is brush bordered cuboidal epithelium. Okay, then option D is compound epithelium. The compound epithelium is found in pharynx. Okay, so D goes with 3. So which is the correct option showing the correct matching? It is option 1. So the correct answer is option 1. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 147. In this question we have to identify A, B, C and D. Okay, so this is a diagram of the tissue and we have to identify the different cells. This cell, okay, which you can see, which is labeled as A, this cell is the macrophage. And what is the function of macrophage? It is phagocytosis. Then this cell which you can see, which is labeled as B, okay, and as you can see it is secreting some fibers. Okay, these are the fibers which are being secreted. So these fibers are the collagen fibers which are labeled as C. So C will be collagen fibers, and the cell which is secreting the collagen fibers, that is B, so that will be the fibroblast. Okay, so B will be fibroblast, and this is D. Okay, and this cell is the mast cell. So the correct answer of this question is option 3. Okay, option 3 has the correct matching or the correct labeling. Next is question number 148, and this question is match A, B and C with its features. So first of all we have to identify what are A, B and C. So as you can see, all the three are the muscle cells, and in the A, as you can see, these cells are having striations. Okay, so these cells are striated, as you can see, and these are the uninucleated cells without branching. So what will be A? A are the skeletal muscles. Okay, then in B, these muscles are fusiform shaped, they have tapering ends and they are uninucleated. So what are B? So these are the smooth muscles. Okay, and in C, these cells are striated cells. Okay, as you can see, and these are multinucleated and they are branched cells. So these are the cardiac muscles. All right, so now we have to identify the correct properties of the muscles. Okay, so if we see in option 4, for A, which is the skeletal muscle, it is given that the muscle fibers are bundled together in a parallel fashion, and okay, so this is correct for the skeletal muscle. Then for B, which are the smooth muscle, it is given the muscle fibers taper at both the ends. Okay, and these are fusiform and they do not show striations, so that is also correct for smooth muscles. And C, which are the cardiac muscle, it is given the cell junctions fuse the plasma membranes of the cardiac muscles and make them stick together, and these cell junctions are called as intercalated discs. Okay, so this is correct for the cardiac muscles. So the correct answer of this question is option 4. Next question is question number 149. So it is the penultimate question, and it states that the neuroglia make up how much of the volume of neural tissue in our body. So as we have seen before, that the neuroglia are the supportive cells, but they make up more than half of the volume of the neural tissue in our body. Okay, so the correct answer is option 2. Let us move on to the last question, or okay, of our discussion, that is question number 150, and it states that in connective tissue, cartilage, bone, adipose, blood, which one of the following do not secrete fibers? Okay, so which type of connective tissue does not secrete fibers? So you need to remember this: the blood is a type of specialized connective tissue which does not secrete fibers. Okay, so fibers are not secreted by the cells of blood. So the correct answer of this question is option 4. So here we have completed the discussion of question number 101 to question 150 of the Brahmastra part test 7. I hope you are clear with all the questions. If in case you have any doubts in any question, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. If you find this video useful, do like this video and share with your friends. All the best for your next test. Thank you so much.